Delta Force operator Jason Reyes lies in rubble, clutching his mangled arm. 30 seconds ago, his Blackhawk was torn apart by an RPG hit at 200 meters over Guadalajara slums. Pilot and 4 teammates dead. He's the only survivor. 50 CJNG Sicarios tighten the ring around him. Automatic fire chews into concrete walls. His HK-416 almost empty. Radio hisses. Predator 1-1, respond. Jason, status. He doesn't answer. Through smoke, he sees tattooed faces approaching, screaming in Spanish. They're certain the American operator will die on their streets today. Jason closes his eyes, remembering 72 hours ago, when 300 elite operators received orders for the impossible: destroy Mexico's largest cartel, an operation nobody believed was achievable. The enemy knew they were coming, prepared for months. You're about to see what happens when 300 of America's finest face 3,500 fanatics ready to die for their boss. One shot. Bullet punches through wall centimeters from Jason's head. Time to go back to when everything went sideways, to the operation that became a bloodbath, where technology met numbers, experience met fanaticism, and the winner stayed unknown until the final minute. This is that story. Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Delta Commander Colonel Harris stares at screens. Drone footage shows a compound in Jalisco State. 30 buildings, 3-meter walls, armed guards everywhere. Intelligence counted 3,500 CJNG fighters. Mission target? El Mencho, cartel head. Organization budget, $50 billion annually. Weaponry rivals an army. Barrett 50 caliber rifles, RPGs, armored trucks. Harris knows the statistics. In Fallujah, 2,000 Marines lost 100 killed over 2 months of urban combat. Here, 300 operators against superior forces on foreign soil. President authorized after the cartel executed 20 American tourists. Mexican government looks away. Operation completely black. If it fails, Pentagon denies everything. Harris addresses operators. Gentlemen, we're 300. They're 3,500. They know the terrain. Population supports them. No fallback. Evacuation not guaranteed. Questions? Silence. These men trained for years. Each costs millions in training dollars. But right now, mathematics is brutal. Success depends on speed, surprise, technology. The enemy has numbers, home ground, fanatical loyalty. 0 hour, 0200, 72 hours to either victory or catastrophe. The operators load into MC-130S. Destination, hell. Delta deploys in 3 groups of 100 each. Equipment, 4th generation night vision, suppressors, thermal optics, micro-reconnaissance drones. Support, 4 Apache helicopters, 2 AC-130 gunships, MQ-9 Reaper drones, real-time satellite intelligence, communications, encrypted with NSA military algorithms. Each operator carries 40 kilograms of gear, but CJNG isn't ordinary criminals. Core, 500 former Mexican Marines, traitors with real military training. They learned from Pablo Escobar's mistakes, built bunkers, dug tunnels, installed surveillance cameras throughout the city. Weapons, 2,000 AK-47s and AR-15, 100 RPG-7 launchers, 50 Browning M2 heavy machine guns. Psychology is worse. Sicarios know, if they lose, their families die. The cartel holds wives and children of every fighter hostage. Retreat means loved ones' deaths. El Mencho personally executed a deserter in front of everyone. Americans fight for orders. Mexicans fight for family survival. Who's more dangerous, a professional or a cornered fanatic? We'll find out. Operation begins at 0200 hours. Darkness covers Guadalajara. Both sides ready. Only one will walk away. The bloodiest night in cartel history starts now. 0230. Alpha Group advances toward northern perimeter. 100 operators move silently through slums. Night vision turns world green-black. Thermals show sentries on walls. 24 signatures. Group Commander Major Rodriguez signals. 24 snipers with suppressors aim simultaneously. MK-18 rifles fire subsonic rounds. Sound like spitting. Sentries drop dead in 3 seconds. Perfect execution. Team approaches wall. Sappers place shaped charges. Explosion blows a 3x2 meter hole. Operators rush inside. Then, everything goes to hell. Turns out, cartel was waiting. Cameras detected approach. Moment of breach, alarm sounds. Floodlights flood perimeter brighter than day. Delta's night vision blinds from overload. Operators rip off goggles. From building rooftops, 30 positions open fire. Browning M2 heavy machine guns rake concrete. 12.7mm rounds pierce cover. First casualties. 4 operators killed. 7 wounded in 20 seconds. Rodriguez screams into radio. Contact! Heavy casualties! Request air support, immediate! The trap closed. Cartel knew they'd come. Prepared kill zones. Delta's technology advantage just evaporated. Now it's training versus numbers, experience versus desperation, and mathematics turning bloody. 2 Apache AH-64s lift from temporary base 30 kilometers out. Pilots see through thermal, 100 Delta operators pinned by fire, surrounded. Apache opens up with 30mm M230 cannon. Shells tear apart rooftop machine gun positions. Concrete dust and body parts fly everywhere. First wave of sicarios destroyed. Operators get breathing room, occupy buildings. But Cartel learned. Suddenly, from 5 points, tracer trails rise. RPG-7S. Cartel stockpiled 100 launchers specifically against helicopters. First rocket misses. Second hits Apache tail boom. Helicopter loses control, spins down into slums. Explosion. 2 pilots dead. Second Apache immediately pulls back, popping thermal flares. 4 more RPGs miss. Command realizes simple air support won't work. Cartel has effective air defense. A C-130 gunship too vulnerable at low altitude. Only option? MQ-9 Reaper drones at 6,000 meters. They launch Hellfire missiles on coordinates. 4 explosions hit Cartel ammunition warehouses. Secondary detonations demolish 3 buildings. Casualty count: Delta -11, Cartel -200. But it's only the beginning of the night. Math still favors the Cartel. 3,300 versus 289. Numbers are king in urban warfare, and CJNG has numbers. Bravo Group, 100 operators under Captain Thompson, pushes from south. Mission: reach Central Mansion where El Mencho shelters. Distance: 800 meters through dense buildings. Operators move tactically, clearing structure by structure. 4-man teams enter through doors and windows, perfectly coordinated. Suppressed HK-416s kill quietly. First 200 meters take 10 minutes. 27 sicarios dead. 0 Delta casualties. Professionalism versus street thugs. But at 300 meters, the real fight starts. Cartel fortified buildings like strongpoints. Barricaded windows, firing ports, pre-sighted kill zones. Operators hit crossfire from 3 floors. Automatic bursts cut down 2 men. Thompson orders M32 grenade launchers. 6 40mm grenades blow out windows. Operators charge through smoke. Close quarters. Knives versus machetes. Delta trained in hand-to-hand, but sicarios fight like animals. One operator takes machete slash to shoulder, kills attacker with knife to throat. Building cleared. Cost: 5 Delta killed, 12 wounded, 38 dead sicarios. Still 500 meters to Mansion. Advance rate drops. Cartel reinforcements flow from surrounding neighborhoods. Fresh fighters replace dead. For every sicario killed, 2 more appear. This isn't a battle, it's an equation, and numbers don't lie. Charlie Group finds tunnel entrance under a building. Intelligence didn't know about the underground network. Group Commander Lieutenant Cole takes 20-man squad, descends. Tunnels narrow, 1.2 meters high. Operators move hunched, night vision showing corridors branching everywhere. Suddenly, ahead, flash. M67 grenade rolls down floor. Cole screams, "Grenade!" Explosion in confined space is worse than outside. Shockwave ruptures eardrums. Shrapnel ricochets off walls. 3 operators killed, 5 wounded with concussion. From darkness, gunfire opens. Sicarios know tunnels. Fire blind but hit targets. Operators shoot back but no room to maneuver. Cole orders withdrawal. Squad exits surface, losing 2 more killed. Tunnels abandoned. Cole calls sappers. Orders entrances collapsed with explosives. 6 detonations cave in tunnel network. Unknown number of sicarios buried beneath rubble. But Delta losses mounting. Of 300 operators, 23 killed, 41 wounded. Cartel lost roughly 400, but numerical advantage still crushing. 3,100 versus 236 combat effective. Mathematics worsening. Dawn approaching. Dawn. 6 hours fighting. Delta controls third of compound but bogged down. El Mencho still in Mansion surrounded by 500 elite. Command decides. Evacuate wounded, bring fresh forces. Black Hawk lifts with 8 wounded, including Jason Reyes. Altitude 200 meters. Suddenly, from rooftop, RPG trail. Gunner didn't see the shooter. Rocket hits tail rotor. Helicopter spins violently. Pilot fights controls. No use. Black Hawk plummets, crashes into Slum Street, fireball. 4 dead instantly. Jason crawls from wreckage, arm shattered, sees pilot impaled on control stick, grabs HK-416, stumbles into alley. 50 sicarios converge on crash site. They smell blood. Wounded American alone. Easy kill. Jason reaches dead-end alley, loads last magazine, 30 rounds, 50 enemies. He laughs bitterly. All that training, all that technology, ends here. Killed by street thugs with AKs. Radio crackles. Any station? Black Hawk down. Coordinates? Jason doesn't respond. Saves battery. Sicarios 20 meters away. He aims at first target. Squeezes trigger. Double tap. Sicario drops. 49 left. 28 rounds. Math doesn't work. But Jason Reyes is Delta Force. If he dies, he takes them with him. First magazine empties. 12 Sicarios down. Reload from dead pilot's vest. 1 mag left. 37 enemies. This is where we started. Now you know how he got here. Question is, does he survive? Jason hears rotor noise. Apache AH-64 screams overhead. 30mm cannon rips Sicarios apart. Bodies explode. Concrete walls disintegrate. In 15 seconds, 37 enemies become red mist. Apache pilot. Predator 1-1, we gotcha. Stay down. Helicopter lands in street. Door gunner provides cover. Jason runs, dives inside. Apache lifts as RPGs streak past. Thermal flares deploy. Rockets miss. Jason's evacuated. But battle isn't over. Ground teams still fighting. Major Rodriguez leads final push toward Mansion. 150 operators left combat effective against 1,000 Sicarios dug into fortified positions. Reaper drones hammer Mansion with Hellfire missiles. Walls collapse. Fire spreads. El Mencho's guards waver. Some flee. Others fight harder. Rodriguez's team reaches Mansion Gate. Breaching charges blow it open. Operators flood inside. Room-to-room slaughter. HK-416Es versus AKs at 3-meter range. No skill involved, pure violence. Delta training wins. Mansion cleared floor by floor. Finally, penthouse. El Mencho with 10 bodyguards. Firefight lasts 8 seconds. All 11 dead. Mission accomplished, but cost is staggering. Delta started with 300, finished with 112 combat effective, 61 killed, 127 wounded. CJNG lost 2,800, but 600 escaped into city. Within months, new leadership emerges. Cartel rebuilds. Was it worth it? Tactically, yes. Strategically, debatable. One thing certain, both sides bled, both sides learned. Next time will be worse. 72 hours later, Fort Bragg. Colonel Harris writes after-action report. Numbers don't lie. Delta Force. 61 killed in action, 127 wounded, 12 helicopters lost. CJNG Cartel. 2,800 dead, 600 fled. El Mencho eliminated. Organization temporarily destroyed. Civilian casualties, 143. International incident, massive. Mexico threatens diplomatic break. Media calls it American war crime. But Pentagon classified everything. Officially, it never happened. Tactically, Delta won. Killed the target, decimated enemy force. But strategically, 6 months later, CJNG reformed under new leadership. Stronger, more cautious, more brutal. They learned American tactics, bought anti-aircraft missiles, recruited more ex-military. The cartel adapted. So who really won? In pure combat terms, Delta Force. Superior training, technology, coordination, crushed numerical advantage. 300 professionals killed 2,800 in 72 hours. Impressive. But mission objective, destroy the cartel, failed. CJNG exists today, bigger than before, more dangerous. So here's the truth. You can win every battle and lose the war. Delta Force proved they can defeat anyone in direct combat. But cartels aren't armies. They're businesses. Cut one head, 2 grow back. Final verdict, Delta Force wins the fight, but the war, nobody wins. Both sides just bleed until one gives up, and cartels never quit. That's what makes them truly dangerous. Not their weapons, their persistence.